Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. I hope you guys are doing great, you're having a great time over the weekend. As I'm recording this, it's Saturday, it's summertime in New York at least, and it's pretty amazing outside. In fact, my neighbors are doing some barbecue today, and I think after I'm done with this reading, I'm gonna stop by, see what's going on. In the meantime, let's see what's going on with the Twin Flame Collective. As usual, we're going to check what's happening with Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine Collective at this time, as well as the connection. I am going to start with an Oracle deck today. I'm back to the classics, the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I will be using the movie tarot for the main read, the souvenir that I got from Hollywood. So yeah, let's see. Kind of was drawn to the theme of movies and action and drama, so we'll see. We'll see what kind of action we have going on for Twin Flames today. And of course, already got the first card. It's beautiful. I think it's the Breathe card. Don't forget that this is a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to click the like button, to subscribe to my channel, and to leave a comment. All right. Yes, it's the Breathe card, number 29 or 11. So it's a good start, right? Getting number 11 on your message. So this has reminded me that in order for, it's like a prelude to any kind of action you're doing for your Twin Flame journey, or any sort of advice you're getting, decision you're making. This is a great start of it. This is like how you're getting yourself in the mood, so to speak. Breathing, doing that sort of exercise. There are different kinds of techniques, of course, and you can use whatever speaks to you more, but it's about getting yourself grounded, getting yourself, and at the same time connected to spirit, to your guides, to make this experience more magical, and to be able to get outside of your comfort zone, and also outside of your mindset, outside of your ego, outside of what is kind of shaping your default behaviors. That's what we're here to do after all, right? I was getting this message as I was preparing for the reading that we're not here. Why is it not usually a good idea to listen to other people's advice? It's good to kind of hear it out, but not always to follow it. And it doesn't mean necessarily that it's bad advice, but essentially one of our goals here is to remember. Yesterday we were talking about creating a new trail, right, rather than following a path. It's like that. So Twin Flames is supposed to create a new path, and it's not really going to happen if you just keep following somebody else's advice from their experience, especially if they don't have like similar kind of frequency, similar kind of mission here, right? We are supposed to kind of see what's going on, but then change it, bring something different to the table, to the story, right? That's why it's so important to get into the space where you can trust your own intuition, where you can have that clear channel with your higher power, with your guides, so that you don't have to rely on what your five senses are observing, or what your best friend is telling you to do. You can rely on what is the higher guidance for you to be able to have the fullest experience with what is currently going on in your life, and be able to draw as much as you can, to learn as much as you can, so you can innovate, so you can bring something new to the conversation. Okay, let's see what we have for Divine Masculines. I have my beautiful After Tarot deck, and it's very glossy and like sliding off my table. Okay, what do we have for Divine Masculine? Why? Number 31. Okay, so Divine Masculine is getting some messages, getting some information on the cause and effect of things. It could be related to their life specifically, like why did I turn up in this situation, or how did I happen to choose that sort of life path. But it can also be about the creation of the universe as it is. So they're getting some important answers to their questions. Why things like that? Why is it so difficult to step forward to, with my divine feminine? Why did I was looking forward to getting myself life partner of my dreams, and when I thought I was lucky to find one and I was happy and finally my mission was over with that, then you showed up as the third person. And now I know that that was a mistake, right? How come that happened to me, right? So a lot of times people ask questions like, why did I deserve that? And I'm getting it's also quite popular with divine masculines. Why is it happening to me? Why did I deserve this, right? All good questions. Let's get some details with tarot. What's happening with divine feminine energy at this point? What's happening in the 5D level? Oops. We have 3 of Swords. Oof. And what about divine masculines? Oops. Justice. Ooh, I like that. I think it's Harrison Ford. I'm gonna read it for you. So yeah, for those who don't know my movie tarot card, major arcanas and also the court cards are all from movies. They're all different characters, different like actual actors from the movies. And for the major arcana, we have quite cool entries in the book, so I'm gonna read it. Okay. What are divine feminines being shown, being guided to see and to do at this time? Largely to see. Let's stick with see. What are divine feminines being guided to see at this time? What kind of lesson are they learning? What kind of insight are they getting? What is being shown to divine feminines at this point? What does the divine want divine feminine to see? Okay, we got 7 of Swords in reverse and Wheel of Fortune. Wow, beautiful, love it. Okay, what about masculines? What does the divine want masculines to see right now? What kind of lesson to learn? What kind of insight to get? Oh my god, too many cards. Cards are flying away today. Okay. Let's give it another try. I don't want to pick up all those cards. What are divine masculines being shown? What does the divine want them to see at this time? 6 of Swords. All right. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. Okay, so we all continue working on unconditional love at this phase of the journey, at this time, with all the energies we have flying around. And yes, by the way, next week is going to be another full moon week, so another lunation event, so you will get a special reading from me. This clarifies 3 of Swords for divine feminines. Okay. Please clarify the Justice card for divine masculines. I like that in this deck it's a very masculine card. Actually, we got it for divine masculines. A lot of times Justice, in the Justice card, we see a feminine figure. Page of Cups. Okay. And please clarify 6 of Swords. That's what I'm talking about. So it's a little crazy today. Okay. One more time. Please clarify Six of Swords for masculines. All right. Bottom of the deck, another Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so there's definitely a divine intervention at this time. Yeah, somehow it's showing the twins, regardless of whether you're in communication or not. Right now, it's showing both of the twins that the other twin loves them unconditionally. And I mean, it can be hard to believe, and the roles could be reversed at different times, right? That's how we learn unconditional love. We learn it by clearing our own heart chakra, and we are learning it when we experiencing from another person. And for twin flames, our twin flame is the main source of that unconditional love towards us. For the majority of times, we've never had that with our parents, our family, people who are supposed to love you unconditionally. But you have the chance with your twin flame. That's one of the reasons why it's so important to interact, to keep this communication. Even if it doesn't look like what you want it to look like in 3D. Because through all kinds of like details and small experiences and, surprising turns of events, you will see that your twin flame actually loves you unconditionally. They care, they are by your side. Not just to check the box, not for a post on Instagram, but they actually are, right? That's the reality. So there are certain experiences right now that are showing us that. And if the twin flame is far away and you're thinking, well, we don't even talk to each other right now, then maybe you'll see something in a movie. Speaking of movies, right, today. Maybe you will hear a story, read an article online or from your friend. You'll be like, oh, wow, that happened to me and my person. I didn't even realize, how much of unconditional love was there, or just love, right? And we're not a couple. So yeah, you kind of seeing the farther you're away from that picture, 3D picture of you are in a committed relationship, the more amazing it could be to see that expression of love from your person. The more of unconditional love accent it will have. So for Divine Feminines, we have Three of Swords, clarified by Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so in this Nine of Pentacles, this person is in the garden. They're actually doing some gardening. They're collecting some grapes, and they took off their gloves, and they're basically collecting some crops. So what I'm seeing here is Divine Feminine feels a little bit blocked, a little bit stuck, and like there's so much to enjoy about your life and to value, to appreciate, but it's hard to do because of this pain, because of this heartbreak. And it is being shown actually to, obviously not for you to keep suffering, but for you to be able to heal certain scenarios, certain patterns. And we're gonna see what Divine wants you to see in the next set of cards. But I would just say, even with this, in this deck, the Three of Swords has two eyes and a heart, right? Just to me, it almost means like there is a mismatch between what your eyes see and what your heart feels. And that can also be a cause of a heartache, where it looks like everything is okay, but your heart feels like something is off. That could be the feeling as well. It could be even more frustrating actually, because you can't pinpoint what is going wrong, why you are upset, why you feel sad. But that's where it's important to breathe, I would say, and go deeper and connect, and even ask your guides for some information, for some advice, ask to be shown. And for the Divine Masculines, we have Justice, clarified by Page of Cups. And with Page of Cups, this is the part where the fish jumps out. In a tradition right away, the fish is still in the cup. So it's like, the one that got away kind of energy. That's what I'm getting. And I'm getting that's where the Justice gets set right now, where Divine Masculines may have felt like there was an opportunity where either they were betrayed in love, or they didn't use the opportunity when it was there, and it felt like, oh my God, why did I miss that opportunity? Like feeling sad that there was an opportunity was lost to express love somehow. Now the record is being set straight, and they feel, at least they feel energetically, that there is a chance for the opportunity of that love to come back, or for them to be able to set things straight, set the record straight, or be more sincere and honest. Let me quickly find what we have for the Justice card in the book. Yeah, this is Clint Eastwood, of course it is. As William Money in Unforgiven. Haven't seen this movie, but anyway. Justice works with the natural laws of karma. What goes around comes around, and we reap what we sow. There is a need to weigh and balance. Be wary of favoritism. So the life lesson that they give you here is your choices and actions affect others and will return to you. And the part from the movie is William Money brings violent retribution to balance the scales. I've killed just about everything that walks or crawled at one time or another, and I'm here to kill you, little Bill, for what you did to Ned. Now it's like payback time, sort of. So yeah, it could turn out different ways for divine masculines, actually. But in those scenarios where they were betrayed, they felt like they were betrayed before. Now it's coming full circle, and they will be rewarded for that experience. Or at least they will see full picture of what actually happened, because they knew only part of the story. And the balance of the scales is about knowing full story. What was happening with the other person or behind the scenes. For feminine, what is the divine asking you to see? We have Wheel of Fortune and Seven of Swords in reverse. And it's clarified by Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so in this After Tarot card, the Knight is very much focused on the Pentacle. Not even like the goodness and the abundance that's behind him, but specifically on the Pentacle in front of him. In reverse, I'm seeing that, and especially with Seven of Swords in reverse, I'm getting that the divine is showing you, and there's definitely divine intervention here, is asking you to see the true value of things. What is important, what is not. Could be on so many different levels. But essentially it means look a little bit different direction than what you are right now. That there's a good chance that what you are focusing on is not necessarily number one priority. Or something else that you're not paying attention to could bring a lot of happiness, a lot of value, right? It doesn't have necessarily to be material value, it could be emotional value as well. Okay, let me see what we have for the Wheel of Fortune. This is Christopher Lloyd as Dr. Doc Emmett Brown in Back to the Future. The wheel knows that what goes up must come down, sooner or later, but you can always start again. Know where you are along the natural cycles of life and find a way to roll with the changing tides. The life lesson is, nothing lasts forever. Be grateful for the good times and remember, every dog has its day. Exactly what I was talking about is the values and what's important. Doc Emmett Brown just before shooting off into the sky in a flying time machine. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. Okay, and for the masculine, what does the divine want them to see? We have Six of Swords with I love this, with this dove with the message, clarified by Seven of Pentacles. And again, this guy in this particular card in this deck is taking one of the pentacles and leaving everything else. It's like they're being picky on what kind of fruit they pick up, what kind of abundance is good or what kind isn't, right? So what I'm getting like with the entire message is the divine wants divine masculines to see what brings them peace of mind, what is sent, from the skies, by the divine, what is being sent by higher power or angels, guides, and what is actually not worth your attention. Because that's the most, again, speaking of values, that's the most valuable part, right? Something that helps you grow, that was sent for very valuable lessons, and not necessarily things that are right in front of you that just grew out naturally, or somebody pointed you to those, right? It's like making your own choices. And I mentioned at the beginning about following your intuition, right? Following guidance from above rather than what looks good from the perspective of other people. Okay, so what else are we gonna do? I think today I'm gonna just pick the messages between the twins. So I'm gonna use my Hermit Tarot deck. Quick message. We're already at 20 minutes, but I'm almost done, I promise. Let's get a message from masculines to feminines first. We have, I'm open to compromise and sex with you. Compromise is great. That's part of that justice card of balancing the scales, right? Sex with you, well, no comments. There's a lot of attraction. And like I was saying, remember I started with saying how we see the unconditional love expressed by our twin. For masculines, part of the way they experience love is when they get those kind of signals, those kind of energies, that's how it gets expressed for them in 3D. They feel this attraction, the physical attraction. They want to be physically close to you. So don't think that it's some kind of like cheap or dirty move or whatever, like that's all they can think about. No, but that's the way they would express it in 3D. Okay, what about feminines to masculines? What do we have? Oh, I meant what I said, and I would do anything for you. Beautiful. Yeah, again, this is the unconditional love as it is, right? And sticking with your guns, with whatever the honest answer was, even if you realize later that maybe their truth changed, or maybe you just didn't know all the info, you didn't have all the wisdom at the time. But if in the moment you were sincere and you meant what you said, that was important. And even thank you, that's important message. Sometimes you would think, well, that wasn't very smart for me to do or to say. But no, you know what? It was important for divine masculines. If you felt guided to do that in the moment, that means that was important for them to hear for their own journey, for their own lessons and experiences. It could have resonated in ways that you can't even imagine. But if they are being driven, by the divine to say and do things that they don't even remember about later on, right? To be a mirror for us, to show us what we're supposed to work on, to do, to focus on. It happens the other way around as well. Maybe not as much, but it still does. So don't punish yourself, don't beat yourself up if you've said something you're like, oh, that was stupid, or why would I say that? If you meant what you said, then that was important. And yes, lots of love here, unconditional love. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye, everyone.